Congressman Jim Jordan tonight says the House Oversight Committee may hold a hearing on the Justice Department's surveillance of reporter Ali Watkins. Joining me now to talk about that and much more, Chris Stewart from Utah. He is a congressman sitting on the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Good evening.
I want to get a little bit of your reaction to what has been breaking with these leaks. You sitting on the House Intelligence Committee know how critical it is that an intelligence gathering body, and with all that you all are looking into with Russia and beyond, that information is very sensitive. Something we heard from the FBI special agent in charge who carried out this case involving James Wolfe said his arrest demonstrates that this conduct will not be tolerated and those that engage in it will be held accountable. The Attorney General has been very, very vocal about cracking down on leaks. How much of this is sending a message, do you think, to others?
Well, I hope that it does, because this is an enormous problem. I mean, the two intelligence committees, we have access to some of the most highly sensitive information in the entire U.S. government. I don't know how many times I've talked with people about the problem of these leaks, and I think there's two problems here. One of them is, as you've discussed with some of your reporters, there's an issue of freedom of the press. I'm going to let others talk about that. The one thing that I can talk about with clarity, and that is most of that problem goes away if people don't leak classified information. And as it has been indicated, we have a responsibility, a moral and a legal responsibility not to leak this type of information. And it has implications for our security. And I hope we go after these guys hard. I have said that 1,000 times.
Yeah, the president talked about that really tough intersection today as well. The freedom of the press, which he said he supports, but also punishing people who divulge and leak classified information. As you know, in this administration especially, it seems like it has been a difficult problem. Another tough problem that they are dealing with is this issue of immigration and all of the allegations now about children being separated from their parents when they come across the border. The current ICE director has had some tough language on this. I want to play a little bit of what Thomas Homan had to say about kids who do get separated from their parents.
Children and parents get separated every day across this country when a parent is charged with a criminal offense. I've taken fathers out of homes for domestic violence. It's sad to see the children cry when you take a parent out of the home. But because it's sad doesn't mean we ignore the law.
So he says if the parents are committing a crime, they're the ones that he believes are endangering the kids. What do you say?
Well, and before I say that, just very quickly on the previous subject, the fact that you don't like the president, you may not agree with his politics, does not give you authority to go leak classified information. And I just think I want to put that out there. Now, next question about immigration. This is heartbreaking for many people. It's disturbing. I understand that, but there are complicating factors that make this very difficult. One of them is what you just said. In some cases, we've discovered that some of these parents have a criminal history. In some cases, we know that there's evidence of trafficking or exploiting these children. And the third thing is the current court orders only allow you to detain a child for 9 days. At that point, you have to put them in foster care or with a relative. That forces these separations. I do think there are some things we could do, and one of them is I think we need to spend more money on some family detention centers, allowing that option. And the second thing is we got to address the legal implications of this current law, this current court order that forces these separations at 9 days, try to keep the families together, but that doesn't mean that they have access and entry into the country. The fact you show up at the border with your children does not and should not guarantee you access into our country. We still need to secure our borders. I do think we could do it in a way that isn't making many of us uncomfortable, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really gut-wrenching and a lot of emotion and passion on all sides of this issue. And it gets back to the issue of trying to find some resolution to our broken immigration system, which I know you and your colleagues on the Hill are working on. Congressman Stewart, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.